About if there's one more question, maybe I could. Yes, sir.
Senator McCain, I'm involved a lot in education process. I'm not a teacher, but I'm on the board of a couple of schools. And one of the issues I have is this, first of all, this huge gap between those who have a lot of financial wherewithal and those who don't. And the ability of our youth to go on to college and to become men and women like this. What's your, I don't expect you to have a plan, but what's your philosophy on kind of, narrowing this gap and giving our kids a chance to really further their education?
Thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity to respond to that, because obviously education along with healthcare are the vital issues as far as the future of this nation is concerned. To boil it down, choice and competition, choice and competition. If you're a graduate of this school and you have high grades, literally every institution of higher learning in America is going to compete for that individual to come to that school. And that individual is going to have choice and competition as to where they want to go. I believe in charter schools. I believe that homeschooling, if people want to do it, works. In my home state of Arizona, we have a lot of charter schools. Some of them have failed, but the ones that are succeeding have provided competition for the public schools. They aren't that much better, but both the standards and performance at both schools are going up. I want every parent to have the same choice that Cindy and I did. We decided to send our kids in Phoenix to Catholic school. I'm not Catholic, but we thought that that was the best school we could. What's the difference between us and people of lower income? It's obvious. They don't have that choice. So I think we've got to reward good teachers. We've got to reward good principals. We've got to, frankly, find other work for teachers that are not good teachers. We need to fully fund programs like special education. Autism, as you well know, is on the rise dramatically. We've got to find out what's causing it, but we also are going to have to provide those kind of special education needs that are necessary. But I really believe that throwing money at the problem isn't always the answer. I can show you examples of very high per capita expenditure and very low test results. Finally, in New York City, the mayor of New York City was able to get a hold of the public school system, hired a guy named Joe Klein. They now have, for the first time, an increase in performance of the kids in the New York City school system. And one of the ways they've done it is massive rewards and incentives for successful schools and principals, and they're now on the verge of possibly shutting down non-performing schools. That's a very interesting experiment to watch. So I am keenly aware of the problems with No Child Left Behind, but I think No Child Left Behind was a good beginning, and it needs to be fixed and not discarded. And again, I know you and I know how important it is for us to recruit and retain teachers of high quality who are probably the most dedicated group of Americans that you and I know. Could I say